From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, a drag show to be held at a Lincoln coffee shop gets canceled after receiving threats. Plus, the University of Nebraska is hosting the first statewide Innovation and Tech Summit. But first, our top story tonight, an update on a fatal crash just east of Lincoln. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Rod has the night off. An 18-year-old has been identified as the person killed in the crash this morning on Highway 6. It happened just before 11 a.m. near Waverly. The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office says 18-year-old Harrison Miller of Omaha was driving east when his car crossed the center line. They say he hit a semi head-on. The driver of that semi, a 47-year-old man, was trapped and had to be extricated. He was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, but we're told they are non-life-threatening injuries. Highway 6 will be closed for a few hours as police investigate. We'll, of course, keep you updated. And while alcohol was not suspected in that crash, Lincoln police say in 2021 there was a crash involving an impaired driver almost every day. That year, 337 drivers were arrested after drinking or using drugs following a crash. Authorities say holiday celebrations can quickly turn into a time of mourning if you're not responsible.
You know, we've seen some horrible crashes this year, and we shouldn't do that during the holiday. Unfortunately, those families are without their loved one, and so that's why it's really important ultimately.
LPD is joining the nationwide Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign beginning today. It's funded by the Department of Transportation Highway Safety Office. The campaign continues through New Year's Eve. And new details just this afternoon in the quadruple homicide that happened in Laurel, Nebraska back in August. Investigators with the Nebraska State Patrol arrested Carrie Jones, who's the wife of homicide suspect Jason Jones. Officials are saying new information from cell phones owned by the couple indicates that Carrie played a role in the homicides before the fact. This morning, she was arrested at her home without incident and is now lodged in the Antelope County Jail for first-degree homicide, tampering with physical evidence, and accessory to a felony. LGBTQ plus allies in Nebraska are making sure students feel safe at school. This effort comes after an incident at Millard North High School in Omaha where LGBTQ items were removed. Channel 8's Veronica Barreto joins us live with more. Veronica?
Out Nebraska, an organization advocating for LGBTQ plus rights, is writing letters in support of Nebraska's LGBTQ plus students. Advocates say it is important more than ever to have safe spaces after events like the Colorado shooting. Recently, there was confusion over pride flags and safe space stickers displayed at Millard North High School. Students said they felt unsafe and unwelcome after teachers removed flags and stickers supporting LGBTQ+ after talking with the school principal. But what happened may have been a misunderstanding.
The policy does allow for things like pride flags and safe space stickers and things like that. And I think there was just some misunderstanding in how the policy should be interpreted.
Millard Public Schools says what the district policy does not allow is teachers to bring items tied to politics or advocacy organizations into the classroom. Out Nebraska, an organization advocating for LGBTQ plus rights, believes supportive environments help students learn better. Research shows LGBTQ younger people have contemplated suicide in higher numbers.
I think the important thing about having signs and symbols that support students is that we're very much under attack as a community.
Out Nebraska hosted an activity to help people learn how to write letters to school officials or lawmakers. And today, they were writing to Millard North High School in Omaha. LGBTQ plus advocates say symbols shouldn't be considered political, but instead an issue of human rights.
And we do exist across races, across religious backgrounds, across political parties and ideologies. You know, we are not inherently political because we exist.
A spokeswoman from Millard Public Schools says if teachers are unsure about a poster or other item from their classroom, they should reach out to administrators. To find more on this story, you can visit KLKNTV.com.
Veronica Barreto, thank you very much for that story tonight. In other news now, the Star City Pride Drag Show is now canceled due to concerns over safety to organizers and event goers. The local fundraising event was supposed to be tonight at the Crescent Moon Cafe in the Haymarket here in Lincoln, but Star City Pride posted this on their Facebook page, saying in part, an extreme group of individuals posted misinformation, threats, and derogatory information on social media. While they say they are disappointed, they are still going forward with another event this weekend in Lincoln and also in talks with LPD on safety protocols moving forward. We'll have much more on this story in our later newscasts tonight. Today, the first ever Tech Summit in Nebraska was held at Innovation Campus here in Lincoln to talk about the future of technology in our state. The University of Nebraska and the Nebraska Chamber put the event together to poll industries from around the state and discuss Nebraska's place in the global tech competition. Speakers at the summit said partnerships between universities and the business sector will develop tech jobs that will be the future of our state.
I think the summit from a business perspective is really important because it's an opportunity for business, university, and other partners to meet together, to share ideas, and to help create relationships.
The Nebraska Chamber said over 50% of our GDP comes from the agriculture, manufacturing, education, and healthcare industries, so it's important we advance the technology that's used in those industries. They also announced the start of Tech Nebraska. It's a statewide organization to unite Nebraska's tech community. And speaking of our state, we were well represented in this year's Food and Trade Show that was all the way in Vietnam. The Department of Agriculture had a booth in the U.S. Pavilion showcasing the quality of Nebraska pork and beef. Working closely with the USDA Foreign Ag Service in Vietnam, the Nebraska Department of Ag coordinated the Taste of the U.S. showcase. Vietnamese supporters, suppliers, and restaurant owners were invited in an effort to increase international exports from Nebraska. And more than $2 million is on its way to Nebraska to help farmers become more energy efficient. The Secretary of Agriculture announced the funding. He says rural America is on the front lines of climate change, and renewable energy makes ag producers more resilient. Funds will be going to farms in Albion, Thedford, Elm Creek, and Minden, among others. In all, 36 Nebraska ag-related projects were funded. Over 400 Planned Parenthood workers in our region voted to unionize earlier this year and are now negotiating a first contract. The union represents workers from Nebraska, Minnesota, Iowa, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Union members say the overturning of Roe v. Wade and the current healthcare shortage have worsened work conditions. They say when comparing their wages to other regions in the country, they are paid much less.
This is an opportunity for our proud organization to use its platform and to set an example as to who we are as an organization and to do right by its workers so that we can continue to do right by our patients.
Workers say that at the time they are not contemplating a strike and are hopeful negotiations will move forward. Time now to get a check of our weather. Boy, Rusty, it is a chilly Friday.
Yeah, it's chilly everywhere too, and we've got some clouds. We had some flurries on and off throughout the day, and we continue to see blizzard warnings in the northwestern corner of the state. This is about to come to an end though, so all of these blizzard warnings, winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings are scheduled to expire in about an hour. So hopefully we're just about done with this incredible storm system that dropped a ton of snow and a lot of wind. And there's still a little flurry activity out there in north central, south central, and southeastern Nebraska. It won't amount to much, but still a few snowflakes wandering around out there right now. The wind gusts are still up there, but they're starting to subside a little bit. I'm not seeing any 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Now it's just 30s and 40s. for wind gusts. So it's still out there, but it is getting better, and it should continue to get better as we head through the overnight into tomorrow. This is Shones Roofing Cam at 6th and Perkins and Beatrice. There was a sun pillar just not more than 5 minutes ago, which is kind of like a beam of light that shoots straight up. It's kind of like the same way a rainbow is created, just refracting off some ice crystals. It's since gone away, but I posted it to my social media page. Right now, temperatures are in the 20s just about everywhere you look, and then there's some teens a little further north and northeast. So it's a cool one out there, and it will continue to be a chilly evening with temperatures slowly dropping through the lower 20s with partly to mostly cloudy skies and a gusty northwest wind. We are going to see a rather cold weekend, but not as cold as it's going to get as we head through next week. I have a really chilly forecast to look at in a couple of minutes.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, Rusty. Thank you. Well, this year especially, groceries and gifts are putting a strain on our wallets. Lincoln firefighters have nominated more than 24 Lincoln families in need who could use an extra hand this year. Tomorrow morning, 26 families will receive a holiday dinner from Lincoln Fire and Rescue. It's for their annual community give back event. It includes a whole ham, vegetables, dinner rolls, a pie, stuffing, and dry goods. Hy-Vee on 50th and O Streets has teamed up with LFR for a decade now to bring holiday meals to those in need around the city. Still to come on the news tonight, a suspect in the disappearance of an Omaha woman was in a Nebraska courtroom this afternoon. That story and more when we come back.
Need last-minute
Aldrich Scott, a suspect in the disappearance of Omaha woman Carrie Allen, went in front of a Douglas County court judge this afternoon. His bail was set at $10 million. Allen disappeared on November 19th, and Scott was then arrested back on December 7th in Belize. Aldrich is scheduled to be back in court on January 30th. Anyone with information on Carrie Allen who is still missing should contact the Douglas County Sheriff's Office at 444-6000. An American student reported missing in France more than 2 weeks ago has been found in Spain. Kenny Deland Jr. vanished from the French town of Grenoble. His father, Ken, was in the middle of a call with CNN today when he suddenly hung up. He later sent a message that he said he had good news and that he had just talked to his son. Ken Deland Sr. said he is alive. That's all I can say. A French official confirmed Deland spoke to his parents today, but no additional information was released. And in Ukraine, Russia continues its barrage of missiles in one of its largest attacks yet. Ukrainian officials say Russian forces launched at least 60 missile strikes today alone. Kyiv, Odessa, and Kharkiv among many other cities who were targeted. Ukrainian officials say the airstrike in Kryvyi, which is President Zelensky's hometown, killed at least 2 civilians and injured 5 others. Ukraine's infrastructure and power grid have been pummeled by missiles.
If they're pretty certain that they're going to target a critical piece of infrastructure, then the Patriot battery would be the weapon of last resort in a case like that. The Russians are definitely worried about the Patriot system. Their offensive weapons are really dependent on us not having a defensive capability to counter them.
Russia is threatening to target top-of-the-line Patriot missile defense systems, which the U.S. is reportedly planning to send to Ukraine.
Now, your Storm Alert team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Some spots in Nebraska have certainly had a rough start to the winter season, and it doesn't look like that's going to end anytime soon. This is the 6 to 10 day outlook, so about a week out. You can tell there's a lot of blue on this map, and the darker the blue, the more likely it is going to be colder than average. You notice it tries to warm up the further west you go, but it does look like for Nebraska, much colder for the 6 to 10 day outlook from about Grand Island east, and then it just gets a little bit better as you head towards the Panhandle, which they could use some good news because right now it's still impassable for much of the western portion of the state, especially the Panhandle. Travel not advised to around partially covered roadways to covered roadways, and then most of south central, and eastern Nebraska seeing the good roadways. So things are starting to improve. Outside right now, Southeast Community College, a lot of cloud cover, had flurries on and off throughout the day. Didn't amount to much, but still enough to go, oh yeah, it's still cold out there. 24s from Southeast Community College to East Campus to the Lincoln Airport at 24 degrees, so is Friend. 21 York, a little teens already starting to show up. Columbus at 19, 22 Central City, 24 in Grand Island and Kearney, 25 degrees in Hastings, 28 in Hebron. So it's a chilly one out there, and temperatures are going to feel colder when you tack on the wind. The wind gusts are around 25 to 35 miles per hour. Those are starting to get a little better, but they're still out there. They're not 40 to 50 miles per hour anymore. They're more like 25 to 35 miles per hour. Wind chill, though, taking a hit. Below 0 is what it feels like in O'Neill, 0 in Valentine, 5 in Broken Bow, feels like 9 in the capital city, 8 in Grand Island. Still a few flurries out here in north central Nebraska, south central Nebraska, eastern Nebraska, just a few flurries, not accumulating anymore, and the wind is starting to die down. But this is a huge weather system. Look at this. This is the center of the low pressure system, and everything is just wrapping around as this slowly, I mean, it's a turtle's pace, this low pressure system, but it's eventually moving on out. And there's the edge of it by 11 p.m. Slowly, come on, there you go. Cold air, though, starts to settle in on the other side of that low pressure system, and by Saturday afternoon, temperatures are going to be on the chilly side. We try to warm up a little bit on Sunday, but more on that in a second. First, this is some good news here. The wind gust forecast is diminishing. By tomorrow morning, by Saturday morning, 20 to 25 miles per hour should just about do it. So much better than 40 to 50 miles per hour. So these blizzard warnings, winter weather advisories, and winter storm warnings should come to an end in about 45 minutes. They've been out there for a long time. Unfortunately, as we head toward the second half of next week, look at these temperatures as we head through Friday. 31 below in Mitchell, South Dakota, 10 below possible in the Lincoln area. Not tonight, though. We'll be on the other side of zero. Lower teens for most of us, and then 27 for the high tomorrow, and 36 on Sunday. This will probably be the warmest out of the next several, because look at all of these temperatures falling off and continuing to fall off. There's all of those degrees below zero Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night. So very cold, and then we try to start to warm up as we head towards the holiday, and Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, temperatures start to improve just a little bit. So 20s and 30s the next couple of days, and then Old Man Winter decides to hang out for a little bit and show us what he can do.
I know a lot of folks don't like the cold, but it would be weird if it was like 50 on Christmas. So a chilly Christmas. So
I like weird.
You like the warmth.
Yes.
That's what you like.
Yes, I do.
All right. Thank you very much, Rusty. In health news tonight, the FDA is hoping to crack down on foodborne illnesses across the country. With more about what can be done to keep our food supplies safe, here's CNN's Mandy Gaither.
It's been nearly a year since certain lots of infant formulas were recalled after reports of bacterial infections. This exacerbated a supply chain caused formula shortage that extended to other brands. One formula maker told Reuters the shortage is likely to persist until spring.
Being assured that we have a safe food supply is important to everyone.
Dr. Jane Haney chaired an independent expert panel that conducted an evaluation into the Human Foods Program, which is overseen by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, an agency she once led. While the U.S. food supply is generally recognized as safe, Haney says there are three major findings in the report. First, the food safety program needs to be enhanced. Second, the FDA's nutrition program, meant to provide greater access to healthier foods and nutritional information, needs to be built out and enhanced. Finally, the agency needs to focus on prevention instead of waiting for something to happen.
More prone to action than deliberation, if you will.
The report says connecting FDA technology for better communication is key. Haney says there also needs to be more funding for the Human Foods Program.
Getting the adequate amount of funding for this program is just, I've used the word crucial, and I'd underscore it again.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Here's a look at Wall Street today, another negative day. The Dow falling 282 points. NASDAQ is down 105. S&P also losing 43 points. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source. You heard that right. Kitten Kindergarten is happening every Saturday in January from 11 to 12 at the Pylock Pet Adoption Center here in Lincoln. Kittens are most open to new experiences between that age period of 8 to 16 weeks, and proper socialization during this time will help shape your kitten's personality. How cute. Go spend an hour and play with a bunch of kittens in a class.
Sold.
Sold. Done. I'll be at Kitten Kindergarten. Do I have any cats? No.
I do, and he is 14 years old and probably wouldn't like it at all. But
He'd be so annoyed.
He would be so annoyed. I'm annoyed by this forecast. Look at these temperatures. On the chilly side, 27 on Saturday. Not bad on Sunday. That's pretty close to normal. Then a chance for some light snow and some cooler temperatures come back on Monday with 25 degrees. So it's December. It could be worse, I guess.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Rusty. And thank you all for being here. Have a great night. We'll see you at 6.
With the Channel 8 News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
We only do one thing at Comfort Made Mattress Factory, handcraft the highest quality mattress possible. It's backed by a lifetime comfort guarantee. Come see us.
Closed cap.